Remember, there is no terminal called end in your life.
Remember, there was no terminal called N in your life, son.
Wait, can you do that one as poo too? I feel like that would be such a good poo quote.
Right? Very philosophical.
Remember, there is no terminal called N, I think, in the 100-acre wood.
I love it so much.
Hey, everybody, Jim Cummings here, and if Tigger were here, he'd say, thanks, everybody, for bouncing on in here and enjoying the show. But before we go, I want you to do me a small favor. Hit like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. Now, speaking of enjoying the show, enjoy the show.
All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. I am producer Chris, joined as always by the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings. How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, Chris. It's another day in paradise.
Another day indeed. And today we have a very special guest for you, none other than Jordan Reynolds. Thank you so much for being here.
Hey, what's up?
Really appreciate it.
Very honored to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it.
What a great job. I hit the mic in the beginning.
And I kicked the cameras at the same time. So
You kicked the camera. I slapped the mic. It's off to a good start. All right.
Okay. Well, I'll fall out of my chair in your honor in any
somersault,
moment.
please.
Thanks for being here, man.
Yeah, of course. My pleasure, dude.
Didn't have a super big trip to get here, right?
No, I'm close enough. And I used to live actually in this part of town, so I didn't get entirely lost until they're like, turn down an alleyway. I'm like, is this where you get the drugs?
Yeah.
Those Burbank drugs go hard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you made it. Thank you for doing so.
I made it. No, I wouldn't miss this day for the world. So.
Well, good. Ditto.
Yeah. So, where shall we start?
Well, I want to start first of all.
In the beginning.
I have to start with Marvel Rivals because I've been obsessed for like the past year.
You been playing it?
I sure have.
What do you main?
I guarantee you've been playing it. Yeah.
Take a guess. What kind of main do I look like?
Tank. You're a football player. Right?
Oh, you've done your research, huh? All right. Look at that. I feel under the spotlight now.
There you go.
It took me a while because I typed in Chris
nice.
Judge and it just brings up this other guy who I'm like, he kind of looks like who I see on Jim's podcast.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Chris Jr.
Yeah, you found me out. I'm blushing.
I know, there you go.
My very first main was Mantis.
Wow.
Played by the wonderful Colleen O'Shaughnessy, who we actually had on the podcast as well.
No way. I just met her at the El Capitan. There was a big Marvel Rivals Hollywood Boulevard event. It was crazy last week. And I met her for the first time.
You guys have such a talented cast.
It's an epic cast.
It's crazy. I mean, who else did we have who plays Iron Man? Why am I drawing?
Josh Keaton.
Josh Keaton.
Right.
He was great. He was on the podcast as well.
Josh.
As well as I'm drawing blanks on all the names right now.
That's because I put it back on you.
Played the Hulk. I know.
But my guess would have not been Mantis.
Fred Tatasciore. We had him on the podcast as well. And of course, you play Adam Warlock brilliantly.
It is I.
One of
the Adam Warlock.
I'm telling you, your performance, your voice performance, it gives me chills every time I hear the "Born Again." It's so epic and so great. I just want to commend you on your performance.
Oh, thanks, man.
The voice acting in that game is incredible.
It's really, you never know where anything's going to go, right? Like even with, if you do like an animated show or a game and you're like, oh, I'm done recording.
Yeah.
Let's see
and you have to do like 500. Well, in case they turn left, you have to do these 400 lines.
Yes.
But if they go straight, then you have these 200 lines.
Yep. That's
and
games.
If the rock falls and hits you on the left side of your head, wow.
Yeah. What can you do a pained effort out of the left side of your groin?
Yes.
What is that? Yeah. Right side.
Yeah. Wow.
Game efforts. It's a thing. It's a thing.
I could hear the shifting of the gonads. That was really good.
It's my dad taught me well.
You've done that before.
Yeah, just a few times.
That's good.
Did you guys get to record together at all?
Never, ever in gaming, except if you do like the work your dad does, right? Like if you're on a performance capture stage and you put on the gear and all that, then you have to do this hard thing called memorizing lines, which is not what I got into voiceover for. But
that's right.
That's where some of these games head, is for the on-camera territory skill set. But no, that's the only time you're ever going to be with a castmate in video games. And it's, I wish I've never got to experience a cast recording.
Really?
You know?
Really?
Interesting.
My wife, Mara Juno, she's a voice actor. She's Storm in the game.
Okay.
Amongst many other epic gaming characters. But she, I think, worked, I'm going to feel like an ass if you weren't on the show, but I think maybe were you on Curious George ever?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I think she did a cast record maybe before COVID, back before COVID times. There was a cast record and Frank Welker was there.
Oh, yeah.
And you were there. And
Jeff
a few others.
Bennett.
Jeff may have been there, and she was just freaking out inside.
Oh,
she was
good.
just like, because you were so horrible to her.
That's true.
I'm just kidding.
That sounds about right. Oh, her.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Really nervy, pushy.
Yes.
God,
just asked for like 10 autographs for free.
We gave her hell.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No.
But that's the only time she's done like cast records other than performance capture. So I done a lot of improv. I come from Denver, is where I built my career in voice acting, where there's no character work there. It's all commercials and stuff. I use this thing called the internet to build a career, and I wanted to get better at voice acting but with maybe aspirations to one day do some character like stuff that I didn't get a whole lot of access to living in Denver. And so I did a lot of improv. So I'm used to having like feeding off of the other person.
Well, that's great.
Reacting, as you say, acting is reacting.
Yeah.
And you don't get that in gaming at all. So
no, you don't.
It's, in my opinion, that makes it more difficult because it's silence.
Yeah, I agree. We've talked about it before. You're flying solo. You're using your imagination anyway, even if you got a room full of people with you. But boy, when you're just there, and then it's the tedious stuff like, okay, now you're falling. Well, it's only 10 feet. Okay, now this time you're falling about 35 and a half feet.
Yeah, the half matters.
Okay, and and then now you're falling from the third moon of Jupiter. Okay, that's a long fall.
That moon's the rough one.
So you save those for the end of the session.
Yeah. Most of the time they do. Have you ever had to call a session because you're like anything, whether it's animation, gaming, your throat is so shredded and they can't quite hear that, or they're like, you gotta call it before you do some permanent damage.
Not because of damage, but I can remember, and it. Luckily, it happened very, very early in my career, and I might have said this before, but I had a cold, and I used to work in a steel mill. I used to work on river boats, and so I have a very blue collar work ethic toward a no collar career. It's just just the way it is. Yeah, and I was sick, and I kind of sounded like I had a cold, but I thought to myself, well, no, I don't really, but yeah, I did, and like I said, I just had this attitude. Nope, got to get up, got to shut up, go to work, and I gargled with salt water, went in, and it was the third time I was ever Winnie the Pooh. Now, and at this point, it's like 1,000 times or more.
Yeah.
But then it was brand new, uncharted territory, and I'm just thinking to myself, well, God, I can't let them down. I can't, blah blah blah. I'll just soldier through. And so I got a bunch of Ricola cough drops, put them in a bottle of water, and shook it up until it looked like swamp water, and drank it and sipped it and kind of gargled my way through it. And then a year or so later, when it came on, I could hear the cold, and it was, and I think I was Tigger in that show too. So it was weird. Here's Owl, here's Rabbit, here's Roo, all the Christopher Robin, and then Pooh and Tigger both had a cold. It was like,
could anyone hear it? Like, could you hear it when you heard it after?
I could.
Yeah,
I could, and of course, I'm sure I was exaggerating in my head, but that's all I could hear. It's like everybody's going to sit there and go, wow, he should have stayed home. Wow, he really just doesn't respect us at all.
I mean, those were different times, pre-COVID and all that, right?
Pre. Yeah, this is the 80s.
Yeah. But
85.
Where I feel like you just see, like, we were just watching, I think it was Adventures in Babysitting. We, during how crazy the world is right now, we all want to escape. And it's one of my wife's favorite movies, and so we put it on.
It's a cute movie.
It's just a great, wholesome movie.
Yeah, it is.
But there was a scene where I think some girl, I think it was this movie, but some 80s movie where someone comes over to help babysit a really sick toddler for, they're like 6 or something. I think the adorable girl who has the Thor helmet, I think she has a cold or something. And no one cares. They're just like around. They're like, oh, here you go. You want to hang it? Like, they're just around them. Whereas nowadays, especially as a voice actor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, but no, that's good because you powered through, which I've done with many sessions, but I've only had to call one. I was terrified because it was my first, I won't say it, but it's one of my first games, like a big game. The role was incredibly unimportant. It was just like, watch out, grenade, watch out. And
I love that guy.
Yeah, is he great?
Yeah.
I know, I signed so many autographs for him.
Yeah.
Grenade,
could you write watch out?
Well, I'm not kidding you. The script was, they apologized. They were really professional, but I just think they were a bit newer to the voice acting, directing side of things. They're used to on-camera stuff. So I think they weren't as familiar with how much you can't push this instrument.
Yeah.
And so we were 45 minutes in, and I had been screaming. What I just did there was a 6 out of 10. I was doing 10 out of 10, you know. If I swing this out, it was, watch out, grenade! Right? So do that for 45 minutes.
I'm watching out. Yeah.
So hopefully you don't get the cops called. It's a podcast studio. But I did, but they kept varying it. So it'd be like, watch out, grenade. And I'm not crapping you. It was, the next line would be grenade, comma, watch out. And I was just like, is this the final script, or you guys were just, and they were actually like, wait, isn't it supposed to be blah, blah, blah? So I was really feeling it, but I was newer in my career. I just moved to LA. I was like maybe here for a year. It was like 2018, 2019. I was absolutely terrified to even bring it up because, again, like you said, I come from a very hardworking, like my dad instilled hard work into me. Like, you get the job done.
Yeah.
And I privately just talked to the director. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a diva. I'm like, if I keep going at this rate, I'm afraid I could possibly do permanent damage. But not more importantly, but and also I won't be able to work the rest of this week. And I've got like 4 auditions to record when I get home.
Yeah, right.
I have a commercial tomorrow, so. They were so polite, and they called it off, and then they got the script more organized when I came back a week later, and they didn't push me as hard, So, but to anyone trying to get in the business, right? Like, you don't need to be like, no, I need to break every 5 minutes. You can't get away with that.
Ooh, no,
but you can ask questions. You can, and all of us actor creative types are really eager and eager to please, especially in the beginning.
Oh,
So I encourage people to ask a question if you don't know what the hell's going on in the scene. And especially if there's mechanical things going on where you feel like they're pushing you and you need a break, ask if you can have a break. Or if it's got as bad as I got, you have to call the session. And most people will respect that.
Yeah.
It's just a fascinating part that, I know you mentioned it often on the podcast. It's the unsexy part of games.
Yeah.
It's the throat ripping, shredding stuff.
The unsexy part, because everything else is pretty darn sexy.
It is. We every time we go to our session, Jim and I, we put on our thongs and our coconut tops.
It's coming back to me now. Yeah, I remember that.
Back to me.
Oh man. Who'd have thunk it that like years ago that you would be the king of this whole groove here?
The king of what?
Well, video game. I mean, they weren't even there. Games like that.
Sure.
I remember like Pong.
Yes.
When I was Etch-a-Sketch was knocked me out. Now we've got whole universes. I mean, you've got that. It's like you're in. Who are you? You're an Avenger, aren't you?
Yeah.
What do you mean you're an Avenger? And what game?
Well, he's talking about Ryan.
When you play as an Avenger. Yeah.
Yeah, as an Avenger. Yeah. So
actually, I think it was Frank Welker that does the beeps and boops in Pong. It was probably him.
Probably.
I mean, what doesn't he done?
Yeah, we've talked about him a lot. Yeah, one of my favorites was Spock's scream in Wrath of Khan. No, Kirk's scream in Wrath of Khan.
I haven't. I've seen clips. I think I've seen it. It's like a meme. Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Okay. William. Has William been on here?
Not yet.
Oh, man.
Saw him the other day, though.
Yeah, sure
Saw him
did.
at the Saturn Awards the other day.
I feel like that's crazy. Everything on my social media feed this week has been like Saturn Awards. So
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll see him on there next.
Yeah, it was it was a good time. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you scroll right to the end, you might see me.
Yeah?
Right.
Jim was up there presenting.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, presenter.
Who'd you, what award did you present, if you remember?
Special effects.
Oh, sweet.
And guess who won?
ILM. I don't don't know what person. You?
It's a movie. It's a movie. No.
Oh.
Yeah, I won Best Special Effects at the Saturn Awards.
I thought you've worked like in effects from what I heard in some of the podcasts.
They really like what I do with the hitting record on these cameras.
Yeah.
On this show, you know, I mean, you said you've worked on films and stuff.
It's got the
I put
recording
the old
effect.
logo up on the TV. They're like, that's a Saturn Award right there.
clicked on something. I gained an award.
No, it was Avatar Fire and Ash for Best
Oh.
Special Effects. Yeah.
haven't seen
James
it yet.
Cameron won I think 6 awards that night. It was
Yeah.
insane.
I mean, you dump that much money into a movie and take 20 years to make it. You'd hope you're going to get some damn
But it's
awards.
interesting too, like back to kind of like video games. I mean, he talked about, the method of filming Avatar is kind of similar to the motion capture that a lot of video games use these days. They don't even use like a physical camera. It's like it's like a little iPad looking thing, and it like triangulates where a camera would be so they can move it all around in a virtual space, like The Void, like how they do that motion capture. Have you done any motion capture? You seem very familiar with it.
I'm familiar just because I have so many friends and people who've done it.
Gotcha.
I've done a few classes, but the most I've done is facial capture. So they literally put a whole helmet on, and there's like a camera on a pole, and there's lights in your face. So I did it for Batman Arkham, the one that came out on
Arkham Asylum.
the VR quit. No, not that. That's what it's called, but it's like there's all these Arkham. There's like 5 different Arkham games. I think it feels like, but it's the latest one that came out on the Meta VR headset.
Oh, cool.
Last year or 2 years ago. So Mara actually plays essentially the lady who helps raise Batman, Bruce Wayne, and Harvey Dent as kids in a way. And then I play I play this guy named Bird. He's just like, and there's this cam, and I could barely see the script because there's lights in my face. So I'm like, can you turn up the brightness on the TV because there's so many bright lights in my face to capture, my facial and lips performance, and then they put that onto the character.
Yeah.
You had to do that for Hondo Onaka.
Hondo, yeah.
Did you do a full suit or just face?
It was just face.
Just my face.
It's better just to have face.
It was for the what was that?
Yeah.
Star Wars Outlaws. That was Outlaws. I'm pretty sure.
The video, Outlaws.
Yeah.
Video game or whatever it was.
Yeah,
some kind of. Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, the stuff that goes on now is like.
Do you feel like that because you have? That's a fairly new thing. Do you feel like that interrupts your performance, or is that a challenge to act around, or is it just something that you have to deal with?
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
It's not. I'd rather, first of all, I'd rather not have that fakakta thing on my head. That's for sure. But I mean, you look at. I got nothing to complain about. Like, look at your dad. All the stuff he had to go through for.
For God of War.
God of War. I was like, Craig, you actually at war.
At war with all the equipment all over your body. And
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a totally different form.
Yeah. I just want to sit in a room with a microphone. Thank you.
It's
That's
that's
a little easier, right?
No memorization, just go in.
Right.
But that's actually one thing. How do you feel, Jim, from doing? You're one of the kings of animation, and having done a lot of games though too. And in at least in my experience with games, you rarely get the script beforehand. it's all cold reading. We go in, cold read. In animation, you tend to get the script at least a day before, right? Or a few days.
Not really.
Or is it usually pretty cold?
No, just a lot of times. I mean, mostly it's the first time I read it, I'm on a microphone. Yeah.
Is that by choice?
Kinda. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can always do take 2.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But you can never do take 1 the way you might have done it had you read it like the day before.
True.
There's nothing wrong with being familiar with the character, but line by line, I just prefer, to go off instincts.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I've just always done it, and that's harder and harder to do now because it's all on an iPad or something. They used to. It's funny because a friend of mine, Dave Wright, who's like head of everything now over at Disney, he used to be the guy 25 years ago, 30 years ago. He would be the guy who would drive out, and I always lived out in like Ventura County or Westlake Village somewhere, Santa Rosa Valley. And he'd come. I remember once it was, and if he's ever on the podcast, and you will be, Dave. So there. It was the 4th of July, and my doorbell rings, and I wouldn't have even heard it because we're all out in the back. but I just so happened to be in there, and I go, "What the hell are you doing here?" He goes, "I'm bringing you your script," and I go, "I'm not going to read it."
Oh no.
He goes, "What do you mean?" I go, "I'm not going to read it, but you brought it, so come on in and have a chicken wing." You know.
That's wild. Just
Yeah,
hand delivering the script.
Yeah.
You know, times have changed.
Oh yeah, that's
That reminds
exactly
me of
right.
this one scene in what was that movie? Entourage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Jeremy Piven's character, I forget what the character's
Couldn't tell
name
you,
was.
yeah.
Anyway, they go to a comedy show and he accidentally switches briefcases with this guy and has a script that he has to read by the next day. And he like tracks it down and ends up in Oxnard. And he's like, Oxnard? Where the fuck is Oxnard?
That's what I say every time I hear that. I actually, it's the first time I've ever been there. I just drove there last weekend to pick up, ripped up all the carpet
script?
in my studio. No, I drove to Oxnard to pick up a script. Yeah, they make us work. In this,
Yeah, you really got to earn
days.
these.
Yeah,
syllables.
You know, they're like, "Oh, gas is going up. We'll go pick up your script. We don't care. This is Hollywood, baby." No, I went to go pick up flooring because I'm putting new flooring in my studio. I have like an old carpet, and it was cozy and squishy, but it was disgusting to look at.
Oh.
So, but yeah, I'm like, I've heard Oxnard, what? And I drove over there, and so it's kind of funny you bring up Oxnard. It's
pretty far.
I'm now familiar. It's
Pretty far out
Yeah,
there.
it's out there. Yeah.
It's where the wood was in stock. So you know.
What made you want to get into voiceover?
Man,
And when did you know?
Man, it was kind of like a slow trickle for me where, you know, being raised in Colorado, I'm not exposed to anything entertainment business wise at all other than just watching TV. And we didn't even have, you know, we were low income and on a good year, you know, middle class, lots of kids. And my dad had his own carpet cleaning business. And my mom was essentially the full-time assistant doing all the calls and, you know, so it was hard work. And for my parents they worked their butt off. So, we couldn't
too.
afford, what's that?
Mine too.
Yeah.
We used to dream of being lower class. If only we were just poverty stricken.
People would love on us more. But what the point I was making with that is we didn't have cable TV. So while all my friends, you know, in the 90s and stuff were having cable, I would go next door to watch Nickelodeon and all the shows that weren't on just the 4 channels we got with our like TV.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to see a lot unless if I went somewhere else.
Did you have the aluminum foil on the rabbit ears?
No actual foil, but I definitely messed with the.
Because we had that, and I thought I was brilliant at it. Okay, now nobody move, and we'll see because I'm watching Captain Kangaroo here. So yeah,
It's kind of like it sounded kind of like the dad in Christmas Story, like you know, goes black. Nobody move. A fuse is out. You know,
yes, that's right.
The purpose of the dad wanting to fix everything. I love that character. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
on the
I do
voiceover
too.
thing, I just consumed a lot. The shows that I watched the most were like Animaniacs with my mom. It was like Frasier and Animaniacs, 2 completely different shows, but that's what my mom and I bonded over. Mr. Bean, add that to the list because PBS. It was free.
Mr. Bean, Rowan Atkinson, right?
Rowan Atkinson, the parrot, and he's not a damn parrot. What is he in The Lion King?
He was a macaw,
Yes, that, sure.
Zazu.
Yeah, Zazu, but I don't know what kind
toucan?
of bird he was.
Toucan.
Toucan,
was
no.
Wasn't he a toucan?
No,
It wasn't as
you're thinking of Fruit Loops.
Yeah, Zazu and the Fruit Loops guy are like the same bird.
No, I think...
No, well, Zazu's blue. Zazu's call. Come on, this is live. Call us right now and tell us
What kind of bird
Clear
is
this up.
Zazu?
Which is that?
I need
is that
to know because I thought he was a toucan this whole time.
He's like more plain colored.
gosh.
Right? Whereas toucans
Yeah.
got more colors.
Yeah, toucans have.
I don't know. This is the most extensive bird knowledge I know.
Please don't edit this out because it's everyone's getting
it's vital.
Up. Yeah.
Everybody's sitting at home going, "He's a macaw. He's or what? A vulture. I don't know what he is."
Throwing tomatoes at the...
He's not a flamingo, that's for sure.
No, he's not a flamingo.
Or an eagle. I know those ones.
No.
He's not a flaming O. That's okay. Oh God, quick.
You know what? My sister would know. She's actually really into birds, so I might have to phone a friend. For you are the weakest link. But anyways, on the cartoon stuff, I watched a lot of stuff on repeat because we would record Simpsons episodes and Animaniacs episodes, and then we
on
did
the old VHS.
Yes,
there you go.
VHS. I'm old enough.
Remember those?
I feel like on streaming services, by the way, it used to be able to, like, if you have an Apple TV, you could just kind of swipe through like quickly, like digitally. And I feel like, do you feel like these apps now, it's like
they're very clunky.
It's all slow now, like a VCR. Like you tap on it and you just see it going like 10 seconds. 10 seconds. 10. I'm like, what? I don't want to go back to the VCR days.
Yeah.
Anyways, ADD. But watched a lot of the stuff and heard you on Darkwing Duck. I didn't get to see much of Winnie the Pooh. I don't know why. Just for some reason in my household, I know. So
you're the one.
Should I leave?
You're the one who never watched.
But I didn't have like a lot of Winnie the Pooh exposure for whatever reason. But anyways, point being is just the cartoon stuff I loved, but I never was like, like you said, you're 5. You're like, you knew,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
No,
when did the bug, whatever it is,
it was really just kind of playing around with voices. I had older sisters, and I would just impersonate various Simpsons characters sloppily, and I just liked making them laugh. Who doesn't like making someone laugh? It's very because it's disarming. It's like the most vulnerable point you could be, I feel, is laughing, in my opinion.
I agree.
And when I was the second youngest of 6. So I kind of like, it wasn't lost in this stuff, but like it was.
Well, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. But like,
you got to learn how to tap dance. Come on, my baby. Come on, my honey.
I'm not done yet.
Keep them from killing you because you're the youngest.
I was really lucky though, actually. Yeah. I didn't get the whole like, older sibling bully treatment. They were very kind to me. I don't know, maybe because I tap dance enough, but But I just got the bug of like, I like making them laugh. And I was in the Magic Flute opera in like 5th grade, whatever that means.
Okay.
I literally had one line as someone, I don't remember what. I'm like, something, come down to the whatever and watch. But my voice was,
I love that guy.
It's a great, role of the century.
Yes, yeah. It was a tree, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a tree with huge lips on it. The lips were mine. Yeah. And but I was in the rehearsals all the time, so I would hear all the songs and I can't hit it anymore, but when I was a choir boy age, the song like I'm hitting the notes pretty poorly, but it's a very hard song to sing. It's sung in the Amadeus film, if you remember that. My favorite film of all time.
Yes.
There's a part where she's kind of warming up singing it, and it's a hard ass song. I can sing it like, I'm not gonna say perfectly, but very well. Yeah, I remember that.
That's not bad.
I can't retain lyrics at all, so it was the perfect song for me.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
And so I would sing it, and my sisters would laugh at me, and I first thought they were laughing like at me, like, "Oh, you sound so stupid or ridiculous."
Right.
And I'm like, "Stop laughing at me!" And they're like, "No, we're laughing because it's so like spot on. Like you sound like the late, as a kid with a kid voice." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So kind of that. I get a little taste of that little entertainment thing. But I was quite shy as a kid when my parents, they're like, "Oh yeah." Like, what's Jordan doing these days?
So many actors are shy as children.
Really? Were you?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah?
But at first.
Okay. Because you said you did a lot of like theater and stuff.
Yeah. Right? But nevertheless, I would be shy at first, and then you couldn't shut me up.
Oh,
so I went from one to the other.
Down.
Yeah.
You mean you eventually shifted to a loudmouth?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Well, that paid off at least.
Thank goodness. Yeah.
You have to learn how to at least do this. So.
Yeah. My joke is that I'm actually a failed mime. so Wait, we can hear you, Jim. We can hear you. You're not crook. You suck.
That's wild. But yeah, I was actually shy enough or just not confident enough that I didn't do any acting things, anything in junior high school. The most I did performative wise was I was just in the advanced-ish choir. We were like an all-state choir in junior high, but I never did the solos. I didn't try out for the solos. Sorry, I take that back. In elementary school, I was the Tin Man. I totally forgot. I was the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. So, when a man's in a... See, I can't remember lyrics. The kettle from him on his metal, and now my number heart. Wizard of Oz fans are going to destroy me in the comments. I'm sorry. But, so that was... I like that, but clearly not enough to pursue it once you hit puberty, because when you hit puberty, everything is serious, and you think everything's out to get you, and you have no confidence. So I think I just kind of
And you get that zit on your nose.
Oh, and I had many.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a bad acne problem. So, the typical teenage stuff. And so, I was, I didn't have that, like, I gotta perform and move to Hollywood. That wasn't me. But I did joke. I loved music. I liked singing in choir enough, like where it was interesting. It got a creative bug out of me. Couldn't read sheet music to save my life. So my choir teacher, she was so sweet. Mrs. Shipley, if you ever see this interview,
oh, she's a huge fan.
But seriously, she was so sweet and patient with me because she would do the tests where at the end of the semester, you have the written, like, what is this note and all, and I would fail all of that.
Right.
Like all my other classes, like algebra and everything, I did horrible in school, absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
But choir, I would try to at least get the B- or so.
Sure. Yeah. Right.
And so I would fail that written test, and then there was the ear test, which she'd play like Simon Says, like play 12 notes, and then I would play it, say, la 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 la, and so my ability to hit the notes and have a good ear was there, and she was kind enough to be like, he's at least talented.
Yeah. Right.
And anyways, I don't know where I'm going with this other than like, where did I get the whole voiceover thing, right?
Sure.
Those were just kind of the little plants.
Well, you put it all together,
hints.
yeah.
I would also impersonate teachers to the classroom.
Me too.
Yeah. Do you remember any of your teacher impressions?
Well, I remember thinking that, and I've said this before, I don't want to be redundant, but if you do a bad impression of somebody famous, nobody knows who it is. That's a new character.
Absolutely.
If you do a perfect impression of somebody like your teacher who nobody even heard of, that's a new character.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, you can put those, it's everything, you can use everything.
Absolutely. And people will never know unless you tell them.
And they'll never know.
You just did.
That's right.
But
I didn't even realize, like you just said, I didn't even realize that Winnie the Pooh and the Cheshire Cat were so close together until Jim told me. He was like,
Same.
it's kind of just like how do you describe it?
Winnie
the Pooh on acid.
Was Winnie the Pooh on acid, yeah.
I never realized how close those voices are.
And Kaa the snake from Jungle Book, the original Jungle Book, that was also Sterling Holloway. God rest his soul.
Oh, so
and he was evil Pooh. Trust in me. Just in me.
You're right. Oh my God.
Yeah. And he's
character so much.
Hypnotizing Mowgli.
Yeah.
And then eating him.
Yeah. Honestly, that's the best scene in the movie. I think that's my favorite scene in the whole movie.
Mine too. I really like it.
It's so funny. Like, there's just so much you could watch it on mute. You could just listen to it. Yeah. But then
and I got to play that role years later, many years, like 20 years had gone by, and they decided on video they were going to make Jungle Book 2, and Kaa was in there, and so I got to be Kaa.
Did you audition for that?
Yeah, no, they just kind of hired me because
you're right though. It's so close to Pooh. It's like see, Sterling really didn't have back in the day. I mean, character actors. Like Baloo, that was just Phil Harris talking. How you doing there, little britches? Everything's a bit of a strain there. Out of bed for each line.
Yeah, but a lot of those, like John Fiedler, the great, he was Piglet. That was him talking.
Oh, okay.
That's
I'm not
just
familiar
the way
with
he
him
talked.
enough as a.
Oh, dear. That was his big line. And then, like I say, Sterling Holloway, he's the one. I've told the story before. I was down in Laguna Beach many years ago, way before I was even in the business. And I heard this. You couldn't see who was in the booth, but thought I was the only person in the restaurant. And waitress walks over and says, do you have any decision? Have you come to, what would you like for lunch? Apparently he's been sitting there for a while. And you hear this little voice, yes, I believe I shall have the chowder. And I was thinking, Winnie the Pooh? And there he was. I went and I looked back, and there was Sterling, and he was probably about in his 90s and had all this big haystack of white hair sitting there looking at me like that. And I wish I went up to him.
Oh, wait, have you ever met him?
No.
That was your opportunity.
That was my opportunity,
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Paul Winchell, I knew he was a friend of mine. God rest his soul. He's
legend.
Yeah, he was great, and and I had a lot lot of interaction with Paul. He was a good guy.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird being able to meet, especially like for you to like voices you have literally inherited, you know.
Oh, yeah.
If you ever get that opportunity to meet the first person to do that. Wow.
Yeah.
You know. But
never got to meet David Crockett though. Damn it.
Dang. someday.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Please.
Oh no, I was trying to stay on track if you wanted in terms of because I never really concluded the whole how did I get in a voiceover thing. But
How did you?
You might have. It was
a Ford
I was just kind
Fairlane.
of yeah. What's that?
It was a Ford Fairlane.
Yes. Oh yeah, Ford. I wish that's a cool car. But no, it was just like I had little hints of just like that creativity where Mr. Sperry is who I would impersonate to the class. If he was running late, I would kind of be like, all right, class, the word of the day is Toon'd In! Exclamation. And so and it would make the class laugh because I was not popular.
Yeah.
So anything to feel popular for about 10 seconds, I would attempt it, and it worked half the time. So those little things where it was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
And
you were doing research for your future.
Unintentionally, yeah. So
And then when did you decide to make it a career?
it was just a slow effect where in my early 20s, I worked at Dish Network tech support. The 5:30 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. shift.
Would you do voices on the phone?
No, I wouldn't. No, I didn't do voices, but what would happen is it was always like very elderly lady in particular who would be, they just can't sleep, so they'd be calling in at like 1 a.m. to get their Dish Network fixed, and so I'd help them troubleshoot, unplug this, do that, and always to get like their Golden Girls fix or something. And I didn't. By the way, I didn't appreciate how. I thought that show was lame for old ladies, right? Until like this past 5-10 years. I'm like, this show is brilliant. This is like one of the best shows of all time, best actors of all time.
Yeah.
I adore it. So I'm a full Golden Girls convert, by the way. But back then I'm like, oh, it's just this old lady show.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's true.
Oh, I adore them so much. I think that show is
My
perfect.
wife's crazy about them.
Yeah. So anyways, these old ladies in particular is mostly them. And I would be like, is there anything else I can help you with today, ma'am? Now that you're all sorted out. She's like, oh, no, but you have such a nice voice. Maybe you should get into radio. And I'm like,
oh, wow.
Maybe I should.
Yeah, that's right.
It just gave me a little like, oh, thanks. Because I felt, it wasn't the funnest job. I wasn't like ashamed, but I also wasn't proud of, like, it was just a job. Yeah. And so I was like, okay, noted. And that kept happening. Yeah. And other people in maybe friend circles would just say something like, you have a nice voice. So that led me to take classes or get
Your
books.
voice is very radio-esque to me. Like
and I've done
I literally thought
that zero radio.
Yeah,
Never did it. And thank God I didn't, because all I hear are horror stories.
Yeah.
Like horrible pay, horrible job conditions, underappreciated. It's fun. And that's what keeps these DJs there. My wife was a FM radio DJ on 3 stations at the same time.
Dang.
Not literally.
Oh, wow.
The same, like one day.
And does she say, hello out there? Is she that gal?
Not like the jazz lady. She was more, she had a wake and bake show, is what it was called, but they weren't actually, it was just called like, it was a talk show in the morning, like kind of like Breakfast Club, right? Where it's just like very personality driven. And then she was also like a more polished, I think it was like Elisa Logan on a country station. So she didn't like completely shift her voices, but I've heard the horror stories of radio. So I'm like, not going to go that way. No, thank you.
Yeah.
And so I took classes and read books, and this is the days of like MySpace and stuff. So I was finding voice actors, but not big names like you. People like you weren't really accessible. So I was connecting with people that were like living in Ohio, and they're making 6 figures doing just commercials and training videos and phone. Like, thank you for calling. I'm like, what? You can make in volume, you can make money doing that. So that's what got me interested, using my voice. And it's really fun. It's some of it's boring, but it's more creative than working a regular job in a cubicle under fluorescent lights for the rest of my life. So,
absolutely.
So it was a long burn. I just I consumed everything. I absorbed it, but I didn't do shit with it for years. Right? It's very easy. Anyone who wants to become a painter, a biker, voice actor, it's very easy to go up to your table and ask, Jim, how do I get in voiceover? And you can give them everything and it'll be perfect for them and their age and in this generation. And it's very rare anyone's going to follow that because the doing part is the hardest part. And we're all guilty of it. So eventually I all right, Jordan, do you actually want to make money at this? Like, or do you want to keep, I had a very comfortable IT job. So I used to build computers and stuff like that. So didn't go to the college thing. I'm like, failed high school. I had to take a 5th year. I'm not going to pay money to, fail again. So I'm not going to pay for the college part. Yeah. Let me just get a job. And then I got a pretty nice IT job from just my nerd knowledge.
Oh, that's nice.
But I'm like, I don't know if I want to do this my whole life. I'm too creative. I just I get more joy when I'm in these improv classes. When I'm making people laugh. So it was just more, and I'm like, the idea that I could make money and pay all my bills and not just be this little side hobby thing was very appealing and satisfying to me.
Heck yeah.
So long story longer, I took enough classes and then built, did everything online. Just everything was online. Voice123 was the main website I used to just, you pay $400 at the time a year, you get access to audition for anything that goes up. So I book radio commercials, training videos.
Well, you get 1 gig out of it and you're paid for it.
Yeah, exactly. And it was, I think the first one was $400. So, so and you build your own clients and then you eventually can get an agent. So it was more of the unconventional. I was going to ask you,
what about your agency?
Yeah, it's in Colorado, because I built my career in Colorado and my wife Mara built.
And you lived in Denver or?
The Denver Metro was Golden, technically.
Okay.
And then in my adulthood, it was like, Broomfield was North Denver. So Denver area. And my wife Mara built her career in Louisiana, and you're from Louisiana, right? Or
it's been a long time there. Yeah.
She was
I moved there out of high school. In Houma.
Have you heard of Houma?
Oh, played there many times.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You play drums, right?
Drums and sing.
Okay. Like at the same time?
Well, yes.
Wow.
But actually the band, I was in a couple bands in New Orleans, but the one band that I was in that I actually didn't have to have another job in, the only one was a band named Fusion, and I was just the singer. Okay. So I played tambourine. I was lead tambourine.
But you played it all like sexy, like Robert Plant, right? That was you. You're like Robert Plant's understudy. Yes,
that's right.
Doesn't he sometimes have a tambourine during his moments when the guitar? I don't know.
Robert Plant? I don't think so.
No,
I don't think so.
He doesn't.
Zeppelin?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Maybe there's some rock band of the 70s.
That's the one. Click, click. Yeah, however that sound goes. Yeah, that was him.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh my God.
I find it so hard to believe that you were bad in school. You might be the most researched guest we've ever had.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even, I could drop all the research I got.
We've had people just show up and they didn't even know it was on camera.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That might just be driven from the deep shame I had from being such a horrific student. Because it's embarrassing, right? Like you have
it never bothered me.
Really? You weren't. You didn't. You never felt bad about it.
I felt bad about it because my parents made me feel bad about it.
As they should. And they just want the best for you.
And I stupidly, I went to a Catholic school all 12 years.
How fun.
And I made them. In fact, there was a movie, Peggy Sue got married, I think. Kathleen Turner was that a long time ago.
Okay.
And she went back to her high school and some kind of a flashback. I forget the premise, but she suddenly woke up and she was 16 again and her parents were there and she was late for school. And so she just kind of went with it. But she was but having come from the future, she told the teacher, and I was the only idiot in the theater that laughed at this. She said, well, actually, no, Mr. Taylor, I happen to know for a fact that I will never, ever, ever, ever do one algebra problem once I leave this room.
Ain't that the truth?
I will never, ever, ever. And I laughed like hell because I actually made the mistake of telling that to the Sister Ellen Rose, who was the algebra nun. And she said, and I said, I am shooting for the lowest D- that you have because I just want to pass.
Yeah.
I only want to pass. I promise you, I will never, ever, 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 ever again. And this is way before cell phones with computers and calculators.
Yeah, you can't cheat.
And I said, I know I won't. I don't know why anyone does. now.
Yeah, God bless him. Seriously.
And so she said, "Oh, okay, good. Lowest D. Yeah. Well, it's called an F.
Oh.
And so yeah,
I pronounce D like F.
yeah. I failed, and then I took it in summer school. Failed. Oh. Yeah. It was. My parents were like, "What? Wait, what?
What are we gonna do with this kid?"
Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Send him
you
to
know,
the steel mill.
Yes. Send
him to the mill.
I see some work boots in your future, mister. Somebody's going to be looking good in that helmet. Yeah. Here, take these sunglasses. You're going to be looking at molten steel.
God.
And I did that too.
How long did you do that?
Well, I quote unquote worked there for a year, but back then it was like you worked 6 months, then you go on strike, or they laid you off.
Okay.
It was called laid off.
Yeah.
And then you collect unemployment for 6 months.
That's just what you do.
It's just what you do.
Wow.
They were probably like circumnavigating some kind of labor laws.
Sure.
Huh? Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
If we employed you for this long, then we have to do X, Y, Z.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you just go
Yeah.
on unemployment, then
Yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man, I should have done that with. I had a three-month job at Best Buy when I think I was 18. And I was very proud of myself because it was before it was called Geek Squad. So it's called right now. It used to be called the Tech Bench. It was like right before they called it the Geek Squad, but same look, or no ties, thank God. But it was just a black polo shirt. And I interviewed and I got it as a seasonal job, right? So it's just during the busy holiday season when everyone's buying all the gadgets for the holidays. And so I was building computers, repairing computers, upselling, oh, you have this computer with all this junk on it. Want me to clean it off for $100,
Wow.
And
sit there and delete and take $100.
I mean, I didn't get to keep any of that.
Right.
That all goes to, But my point to that was, after I was devastated when they let me go. Because they said it was, look, there's a possibility, easy possibility, you're going to have to be let go. But it was the first job that I had that wasn't cleaning carpets, which was with my dad. And I adore my dad, but that's hard work, That's some hard work.
Cleaning carpets?
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah, there's harder jobs like pouring pavement. But carpet cleaning, it's labor intensive. It's hot. The machines are loud and it's just blowing off heat.
That's true, huh?
It's a rougher job. So I'm doing something I actually love, building computers, talking to people, and they let me go. And I think I sobbed when I went back into my car. I was like, oh. So I should have done the unemployment thing, but
Yeah.
I had the secret. But
do you do these conventions? Do you do comic conventions?
You said you were in
San Diego, yeah.
I just started because of the Marvel Rivals game.
Yeah.
So I've been in about 100 games at this point, but there just hasn't been one that, and some prominent
Would
animes.
you say Adam Warlock is like the voice you're most known for?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But what's cool though is there's other smaller roles in anime shows like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Seven Deadly Sins. I'm Ludociel in Seven Deadly Sins and Archangel, and some other side more nuanced characters from other types of YouTube things. And I didn't know there was any fandom for it until this Adam Warlock character in Marvel Rivals got the clout for conventions to want to even bring me.
Yeah.
And then people walk up to the table and they're like, oh wait, you're in Pokemon? You're that guy, right? And I'm like, you care about you even know they exist? Because I've never had anyone tweet at me or DM me about these characters, even though I've announced them, but I don't expect people to see that one Pope, right? But this particular character, the game was so big and still is, thank you, for the longest possible, that they brought some of the cast out to San Diego Comic-Con last year. So we had this room, there was 2,000 to 3,000 people standing room only. I've never experienced anything like that.
It was
overnight. You were in that room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I doubt you remember because there was a lot going on, but both of you, the one element of my voice was shot from, because I've been doing a ton of cons and I got sick about a month prior and the symptoms were all gone. I was testing negative, but my voice sort of I can't even actually impersonate it. My voice sort of sounded like this. Now I sound like Wazowski. Now I sound like Roz. No, but it was just kind of like a huskier and up here. And Adam Warlock's character, it sits down here. It's very relaxed and there's a lot of resonance to it. That part of my voice was gone.
Perfect.
So perfect.
Yeah.
Luckily, I didn't. There's like interviews out of me when I was because they did a ton of interviews, and barely anyone's been like, "What's wrong with Adam's voice?" You know, they just call you your character. Like they just call you Pooh, right?
Yeah, well,
I mean, not under the shoe Pooh, but you know,
they're not the good kind, not the bad kind.
The good smelling Pooh.
Yeah.
The honey smelling Pooh.
Yes.
But they get no one said anything. But on that panel, I was absolutely terrified because we have to yell our ultimate lines, and it's this big moment in the game where it's like the epic like kind of like a He-Man, like I have the power. It's what the fans identify with as the ultimate supercharged moment of their favorite character.
Yes,
that Chris is very familiar with by playing the game. So I was terrified that like I was going to sound nothing like it when it was my turn in the room of thousands of people to yell my line. And thank God it sounded pretty much like it.
Yeah.
I was so scared.
Yeah.
I thought it was just
you rise to the occasion. Yeah.
But in the next day when we didn't have a jam-packed schedule, I was just walking the floor and that was weird because I've never had anyone so a few people were like, "Wait, Adam, will you sign?" I'm like, I'll just like, sign whatever they had around. That's new to me. That's totally new to me.
That's cool.
And but I wasn't walking around to do that. I wasn't walking around like, anyone recognize me? It just was random. And I just wanted to actually see what was going on. And what was one of those things that was going on is you were on the floor and I'd never met you. And I was waiting in a fairly short line and you had a very good handler assistant vetting like, so you actually gonna, buy something or are you just gonna waste Jim's time? She didn't talk like that, but that's her job.
Yes.
And I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna, I just wanted to at least just shake his hand. He's one of the legends, like I would love to meet him. I'll make it very quick. I'm not going to chat his ear off. I said to give myself more clout, I'm like, I'm actually here as a talent. I was on the panel and she's
check
like,
the badge.
I did actually have that badge, right?
Look, see,
but there's a lot of people with industry badges and stuff. So she was just doing her job to make sure. But luckily, when she was doubting if I was a legit actor and all that, I could just feel it going south. We share one of the same talent or con managers, CelebWorks, and I can't remember who it was because there's a lot of people who work for them, but they were sitting next to you. And so before it was my turn, he says, Jordan Reynolds? And I'm like, hi, yeah, that's me. We rep you, right? I'm like, yeah. And so he's like, he's fine. Let him.
Oh yeah.
Thank God. I'm not just some creepy fan. It's just like,
I want to stroke Jim's hand. I love his characters. Please let me.
Yeah, so that's how I felt like I was coming across to the lady. So I came up. It was very brief, but my voice was so blown out. I had to like lean over the table.
Yeah.
And it was, I'm like, hey Jim, you don't know who I am, but so nice to meet you. And you're like, oh, so you're very kind.
Well, it's funny. There's a lot of people that I think get excited or something, and they burst like by Saturday night or Sunday morning. Their voices go, "Hey, could you make this one out to Lenny? To Lenny Kirk's sorry." And I said, "Yeah. Well, if you're catchy, stay the hell away. Here, write it down."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the scary part. I actually had, there's a wide range of people's social skills of fans, right?
Yeah.
Very wide range. And
That's very well said, by the way.
yes.
It's much better than saying a lot of people are just assholes.
Well, I will call an asshole an
Which
asshole.
I would never say that.
No, I'm not talking about like the straight up assholes. I'm talking more just like, social cues and things like that.
Oh, sure.
We're not all perfect at it. But I was at a con and this kid, he was probably late teens, early 20s, and he came up to my table. And luckily, it was a deeper table because he was just like, he was coughing a little bit, but he didn't. I usually can hear because voice actors have very sharp ears. I don't even know your voice. I've never heard you speak, but I can hear if there's something going on most of the time. Like he didn't quite have that, and he wasn't quite coughing either. But he proceeded to introduce himself, not buying anything, just wanted to just say hi very quickly, and he said something along the lines of, what did he say? He's like, yeah, I have laryngitis, and it's like it's so bad, it's contagious. I just got it like yesterday, and I'm like,
oh, thanks for
me
coming.
and my sister like, okay, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Kind of like the elves on the Christmas Story, a nice football. Get away from me! I can't get sick. It's my job.
No kidding. Yeah.
That's the terrifying part of it. But.
One thing that cracks me up when I go to conventions with Jim is they'll come up to Jim. Some people will come up and be like, "So, you were Fuzzy Lumpkins." You were Darkwing Duck? And Jim's like, yes.
Yeah.
And then they'll just like start naming characters that he was.
Yeah.
And then Jim's like, yes. And then it's like, all right, pleasure to meet you. And just walks away.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you know what? That probably made their day. You know, it
sure.
seems very odd, but everyone just has different things that fulfill them, and it's been. I appreciate it because it takes a lot of courage for these people to come up.
Yes.
You know,
sometimes, you can tell.
I see people literally shaking. I'm sure you have.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
You know, and
Pooh gets a lot of tears.
I bet.
Yeah, you know, I've got I have tissues on the table. You know, a box of Kleenex.
Are you serious?
No, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Wow.
Because you know, and it's always really a sweet lady, a woman. You know, that's it's she'll be sitting there. Oh my God! And the husband standing there.
Spot on.
She's a really big Pooh fan. She really likes Winnie the Pooh. And I'm just, and then I get up and hug them, and then they they usually urinate or something. and
I haven't had one of those yet. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, actually, I might have made that last part
So
up.
you have snot suckers, tissue, and diapers on the table for anyone who may need them.
I almost said something else, but I didn't.
That's good.
That's good. Yes, it is good.
Well, I think it's that time of the podcast where we do a little voice swap. What do you think?
Yes, we
all right,
do.
Sure. Yeah, terrifying, but actually it'd be terrifying if we had to try to do the other person's voice, which you should try to make someone do.
But people get so scared by that. Like, because people
True.
assume that right away, and you can see, like, you know,
they go, oh, hell no.
hardened veterans, and they're like, voice swap. I can't do those voices.
Yeah.
No, man, I love it because I'll make this very brief. There was I took groundlings classes, and they put you through it, right? And I had done enough improv, and I think it's because I've done a lot. Voiceover is my full-time job when I was doing it, the classes that is. And there was this exercise we had to do, and there's like 12 of us, and the exercise was all the students. Oh my God, it's so crazy. All right, so I sit here in a chair. And the 11 students who've been in this class with me for weeks, so we've really got to know each other's voices and mannerisms, personalities. The exercise is for the 11 students to go up on the stage. It's just a room. And you sit there, and the teacher's like, all right, everyone, do your best Jordan Reynolds. Go. And everyone starts but they're all talking at the same time. So you're having to pick out phrases they say and how they're placing their voice. And I was like crying. I thought it was so funny. Like I loved it. But not the other, it was like half of the students were just mortified, which it's not a natural exercise. But I loved it because I have thankfully confident enough now and thick enough skin that I just think it was so fun. But I can't remember what the point of the exercise was.
That's an interesting thing to...
It's probably just to get over the fear of performing in public.
Perhaps, yeah. But
Do you know they do studies where on average people fear public speaking more than death?
Yes.
More than death. People would rather die than speak in public.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah. You haven't heard that one, Jim?
No.
I've heard that a lot.
Yeah.
And I get it. It's but
it's like a primal thing, you know, like if we're animals at the end of the day. If you see a whole bunch of, potential threats locking eyes on you, it's like, oh, like I am surrounded, you know, and can be intimidating. I never really had stage fright at all. I loved performing. I loved being up in front of people. Like I wanted the attention, but I can definitely, like when I do perform, there's like an anxiety, like not a bad anxiety, but there's like an energy that swells up, like I'm on, you know, it's and I use that. I've used that to fuel a performance.
Exactly.
But I can see how that can be crippling to people, like,
well, performing is different than like a public speech, which all that stuff,
to me, it's
all that's so serious,
but
it's like, I'm here to read the script, or it's like, if it's a eulogy or a political thing, all of that has a very serious adult like connotation to it.
Yeah.
Whereas what we get to do as actors, we're just being idiots. Like, and especially if we could completely get to change
change our voice into something that is absolutely not who we. This is my crappy Ian McKellen, but it's
pretty good.
It's actually no, Frodo. That's not where Pooh lives.
But we get to do that, right? So I feel like we can kind of escape and tap into something that isn't us. Whereas if it's like public speech, it's just you trying to be the perfect version of you.
Yeah.
No ums, no buts. So I think that's what people associate with. Like,
Could be.
I'd rather die.
Could be. Yeah. No thanks. No thanks. Take me out back.
Yeah. Give me a script to read from.
Put one behind the ear, please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean to derail from the exercise.
Yes. All right.
But
Voice
meanwhile-
swap. Here we go.
Swapperoo.
Okay.
Here's how
Well,
it works.
is there any characters you would like to request?
Oh, man.
You mentioned Darkwing.
We got to get a Darkwing Duck in there if you don't mind.
Okay.
And let's do the King Louis. What's his name?
Louis, King Louis, sure, yeah.
It's King Louis, right?
Yeah. King
Oh,
Louis.
yeah.
Well, it wasn't like it was King something. Yeah, because you've inherited that
Yes.
role too.
Yes, I have.
and it's just I just love that character so much.
Oh, good. Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Me too. I always have loved him.
Yeah.
He's one of my all-time favorites.
No way. All right.
One of my top 6, maybe.
Wow.
Something like
I
that.
love that question though. What's your
Yeah.
favorite? Who's your favorite you've ever done? Just pick one. I can't do.
You can't really do that.
Yeah.
That one. Which one do you like? That was it.
Yeah. How'd you know?
Yeah.
So smart.
Yeah.
All right. Darkwing Duck.
All right.
Start it off, Jim.
So I do, and then but
who's
you
gonna
have to
start?
explain to him.
You'll
that
do
he
Darkwing,
does-
and then let's do Adam Warlock.
Okay.
Okay. I am the terror that flaps in the night.
I am the terror that flaps in the night.
Doesn't sound very flappy.
And now he actually flaps. Now he actually flies.
Yeah, no,
They finally made him
dude, you
fly.
have no idea how happy I am because I play and stream and everything is
Yeah.
in. Oh my god, dude.
I saw you playing with Necros not too long ago.
Yeah, that's a wild ride.
Yeah.
And Boger. Yeah, the Boger impression.
You play with Boger too?
Oh yeah, it was Nicholas and Boger, and I love to impersonate Boger. He has this
Boger?
like.
Can I hear it?
Yeah, this is Boger. He's like no, that's shit, bro. No, I don't even know why. Why would you? Why? I'm strange, man, and like it's a very light accent. Anyways,
Where is he from?
is it
I'm
Bulgaria?
sorry, Jim. I'm cracking up. These are
Latvia?
streamers.
You have no idea.
These are streamers
These are
who play Marvel Rivals, and I'm crying right now. That's so funny.
I love both of them.
Oh God.
Tell him I say hi.
I will.
Hey, Necros. Hey, Boger.
I will. I'll give you a clip afterwards where I impersonated in front of him. I think. But okay, so yeah, that was all right. So that was Adam doing Darkwing Duck, which is something I never imagined I'd get to do. So.
Well.
Yes.
Well,
All right.
well,
Who was your character again in Pokemon?
So there's all these different properties, but
Pokemon.
but yeah, Pokemon Masters is a game, and he's there's 2 train conductors. They're twin brothers, and there's Ingo, who I voice, and Emmett. So they look the same, but they just have different colored codes.
Do they have a catchphrase?
Yes. So it's really just one word. So do you want a one word option, which is just all aboard, or do you want a few more words to play with?
a few more words to
I
play
figured
with.
you would, yeah. So this is a very endearing line. He says, Ingo from Pokemon Masters says, there is no, or I think it's, yeah, here we go. Remember, there is no terminal called end in your life.
Okay, so this will be King Louis then.
Yes.
Remember, there was no terminal called N in your life, son.
Wait, can you do that one as Pooh too? I feel like that would be such a good Pooh quote.
Right? Very philosophical.
Remember, there is no terminal called N, I think, in the 100-acre wood.
I love it so much.
Please pass the honey.
Right here. Ingo yells everything.
Yeah,
I got a gallon.
excellent.
That's so fun.
What's up? What are you off to next?
Today, a power nap.
Power nap.
Is this just me, or do you not? I don't never feel more
general.
powerful after a power nap.
Yeah.
This week, let's see. I probably can't talk about
Just like
that.
projects coming up or
Yeah,
anything.
Anything
I know you know
we
it
should
is.
know
What can
about?
we actually talk about until it's out?
Where can people see
Yeah.
you next?
I will
Follow?
say the next thing that's announced is WonderCon. Are you going to be there?
We are.
I believe
sweet.
That's in Orlando, right?
Oh no, maybe there's an Orlando.
Oh no,
This is
I'm
Anaheim.
thinking this MegaCon. Yeah, I think you're going to WonderCon. I think so. I don't think I am.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Just point and I'll drive there.
Yeah, because we're doing this live at a bunch of conventions. So I've been traveling with
kinda
Jim.
fun.
Yeah,
yeah.
People get a kick
fan
out of it. Yeah.
expos.
Yeah, with an audience, right?
Yeah.
That's just a whole different kind of energy.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll be at WonderCon in Anaheim at the end of this month. I don't know when this posts, but
This will be like 2-3 weeks.
okay.
So
this will
yeah,
be like right around then. Other ones are like Fandom Con, Silicon Valley Anime, SAC Anime up in Sacramento.
SAC Anime is a good one.
Yeah,
that's
it'll
a
be my
fun
first
one.
time there.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And the big one is New Zealand. I've never been. We're going to be, it's like Armageddon Con in Auckland. Have you ever been?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm so excited.
That's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so we'll be there.
Yeah. Watch out for the roos.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
The kangaroo there.
I just hope I run into Chris Hemsworth. I know he's actually Australian, but I want to show him the best Chris Hemsworth that I could do and see if he's impressed by it.
Oh, that's good. That's right.
That's pretty damn good.
That's not bad. Yeah.
I do sound alike work, but I haven't been able to do him yet. So he's on my bucket list. So.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank
you.
you for having me. This has seriously been an honor. Do
Yeah.
we shake hands? What do you do? Fist bumper?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
It's been an honor.
Yeah,
Thanks for
I
coming
wish we
by.
could go longer. You're fascinating to listen to. It's
Well, yeah, all that failed high school years get a lot of philosophy up in the brain.
There'll be a quiz, so I hope you were taking notes.
Yes.
yes. Thank you guys all so much for watching. That was another episode of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. I'm producer Chris, the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings, and Jordan Reynolds. Thank you so much again for being here.
Thank you.
And thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate it. But I have a little bone to pick. Yes, indeed, with you. I'm looking at you right now. A lot of you watching are not subscribed, and that doesn't do yourself any favors. You know, if you want to see more content like this, be sure to like and subscribe, because YouTube's a weird website. You can watch something once and then it'll never be recommended to you again. So don't let that happen. And if you like this content so much you want to see more of it, good news.
Ba-dum-bum.
Toon'd In with Jim Cummings is on Patreon. You can find bonus interviews, extra content, extended interviews, a little behind the scenes look, and much, much more. So be sure to check that out. With all that said and done, once again, I'm producer Chris, Jim Cummings, Jordan Reynolds.
Peace.
We'll see you all in the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And clap.
Yeah.
Booyah.